Hello, I'm Luke with Ashley Furniture. This is a typical assembly of a swivel bar stool. Some of the construction features for this bar stool are the bolts, lock washers, and washers are pre-assembled for your convenience. There's also nylock applied to the bolts to reduce them from loosening over time. To prepare for assembly, what I like to do is remove all the parts from the box and then group them together based on part. We have our legs, our fasteners, which are pre-assembled, but then also separated by size, backrest, seat, and footrest. We also have our orange envelope, which have our instructions in them. All of the parts are listed on page 2. The first step for assembly is to make sure you have your assembly instructions out and available for reference throughout the process. The hardware pack with the fasteners inside are typically located at the bottom of the seat. There is a large hardware ribbon extending from it for easy location. The next step is to take the seat, place it topside facing down on a smooth protective surface. Then we're going to take the legs and attach them with the correct bolt, just finger tight. Each leg has 2 bolts, so those both need to be finger tight before you move on to the next leg. And we're going to repeat the process 3 more times. Now that we have the legs attached with the bolts and they're finger tight, we are going to attach the footrest to the legs with the correct bolts. We're going to raise the footrest, make sure the holes are aligned, and insert bolt. With all of our bolts finger tight, we're going to take the bar stool and flip it over on a smooth, level surface and apply a slight downward pressure to make sure all of the legs are level. Next, we're going to take the Allen wrench, which is provided, and tighten up all bolts on the footrest and the leg seat connection. Next, we're going to continue to follow the assembly instructions, and we're going to assemble the backrest to the seat with the correct bolts, finger tightening at first, all 5 bolts. Next, we're going to fully tighten the bolts. In this case, they are Phillips head bolts, so we're going to use a Phillips head screwdriver, which is not provided. With all the bolts tight, I'd like to remind you, as well as stated in our assembly instructions, to periodically check the bolts to make sure they are still tight. With our assembly complete, I'd like to thank you for your purchase from Ashley Furniture, and I hope you enjoy it.